Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Myth playthrough. We are here with our team trained up ever so slightly. Not a whole lot has been changed. I got Titanian up a couple of levels. I only had a little bit of time to train as there was the whole double upload yesterday. So I didn't get the most time to train up the team, but Titanian did get to level 60, which means it should be more viable for fights, as I assume we're going to get into some pretty important fights. I wasn't too worried about getting it all the way to level cap, because at the end of the day, we did get ourselves this shiny legendary last episode, the shiny Fenrir, ground ghost typing. Overall, its stats are very, very, very good. It's not currently a hologram item, which we can absolutely give it something, I suppose. There's no reason not to give it anything. We have some things that'll be useful for sure. Choice Scarf is actually a decent option. Leftovers, if we can't think of anything better. We could give it a Life Orb, that's also an option. We have a lot of choices. Wise Glass is probably not, because it's not a special attacker. Wouldn't be too much point in that. I think maybe we just go with Leftovers. Soft Sand is also a good idea, because it is a pretty strong ground type. Between this and Leftovers, we'll give it Soft Sand, sure. We'll run it as mostly a ground type Pokemon, that's fine. That is a-okay. And last time, we had Vanilla go ahead and say to enter here. So let's just go in. Marcus. Tell us, what are you doing here? This is the unfinished business I told you about. I need to take out Xeru. Hello. Both? As in, the two of them, not one of them is called both. You aren't ending anything. Time to throw our hat into the ring. The boss is going to have a lot of fun destroying that one. He wants us to entertain you first. What's that supposed to mean? Xeru finds the little bug amusing. Even though he can't win, it's quite endearing. Are these the two that sang the song really early? Their names, Spectral, Pixie, that sounds right. I think these were the two that were singing songs like super early and rhyming every sentence. Is that about to continue? Uh-oh. Thus, crushing him will let the real test begin. He knows he can't win. That rhymes. He wants Carlos as the true successor. Finds there is none better. Sure. And we're here to see through his reality. I think that's them. I had forgotten about these two. Astra, Admin, Pixie, and Spectral. Huh? I read that as Blastoise somehow. I read Blaze Sidhe as Blastoise for a second, and I was like, why does it look so weird on my eyes? Like, that is not even close to what was written on the screen. That is a fire type, though. So, Titanian, you are swapping out into Delugar. Virizion would also like to swap out, but maybe I can just Stone Edge. I might be able to Stone Edge. Let's try it. I don't want to swap both my Pokemon out. I know I should. I should swap both my Pokemon out right now, but I'm just gonna go for the Stone Edge. It is decent damage. No crit, sadly. Fire Blast onto Virizion. Doesn't take us out. And Foul Play onto a Delugar, which is fine. Life Orb Spiritomb is also interesting. We are just gonna Surf, I think. Before I do this, how fast is Delugar compared to Virizion? 170, 156. Okay, so Delugar will go first. That does mean that Delugar is the fastest thing on the field, so Surf definitely takes out the fire type. It's whether we want to swap Virizion out and have something else take the Surf, or if we want to just try and take the Surf on Virizion and then Leaf Blade the Spiritomb down and hope that we double KO with Virizion living. I think we should double KO with Virizion living. It should live a Surf. It is choice specs. Okay, I was actually... Took our Virizion a little bit lower than I would have liked, but we should be okay. We're not getting Shadow Sneaked or anything. Well, that would have already happened, obviously. Leaf Blade, is it going to be enough? It is going to be enough. Adamant Nature, very nice on the Virizion. Okay. Was that the best way to do that? Maybe not, but it worked. Aegislash, Sylveon. I think I'm going to Surf again. Yeah, I'm going to Surf again. I mean, we're choice spexed into it, and I'm going to have to heal Virizion with an actual potion, because I don't outspeed to do anything else. We'll just Hyper Potion. It's fine. It'll get it back to full. For anyone that didn't see, by the way, just to take us out of the battle and ruin the immersion a tiny bit for a moment, Actually, I will hold off. Show me Mega Sylveon. This is new. Oh, it's kind of got goggles. It's kind of got like aviation goggles. Does it have aviation goggles because it's become part flying type? No, because it would have absolutely hit with a flying type move, right? I guess that's changed to blade form to aerial ace me. Okay, well. Healing Virizion didn't mean anything, unfortunately, but still, is what it is. Titanion, however, should destroy that Sylveon, right? I think. We do have to take a Surf from Delugar, because Delugar is way faster than Titanium, right? Titanium just got like the 100 speed, yeah. But we are pretty specially defensive. I'll say what I wanted to say. I haven't forgotten, by the way. I won't forget. It's very cool. I will say it after. A/ Quick Claw Shadow Sneak to Berserk boost us. It's going to make us hit Titanium harder. Oh my god. Up or Steel Eevee. Wants to learn Recover. It got hit so hard by its teammate that it wants to learn Recover. I'll be honest. It's a very good move for a defensive Pokemon. However, we do have access to potions. If we were doing any kind of challenge with no healing, it'd be fine, but we are allowing potions and all of that, so it's fine. We actually get outsped by the Sylveon. That's really unfortunate. That's actually very, very unfortunate. I'm going to bring in Myra, because we're locked into Surf, and Myra takes Surf better than the others. I'm going to click Surf again, because I am locked into it, and it should finish the Sylveon. And I am also going to set up a Quiver Dance on Myra, when it is probably going to get hit by some Fire-type move from the Mismagius, but I'm going to try it anyway. Listen, if we... Another Mega? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're gonna get Mystical Fired again, I'm pretty sure. But if Delugar can just one-shot everything slowly, it's fine. Delugar is so good. Mega Mismagius. Ooh. Okay, ow to that Surf, first of all. Jesus. That's exactly what I expected. Now, I'm not saying I want to replace Arcanine, but if we have a way of getting that Mega Mismagius on our team, I'm just saying that's my kind of sprite right there. I like that. I like big witch hats. Okay, I do. I really do. Big witch hats, very cool. That is very cool. I'm going to crunch it, though. Because we are about to swap into our ground ghost type, and I don't want it to get Shadow Balled. So, we are going to swap it out. I'm swapping out Telecar, because if we Surf again, we're going to take out our Arcanine. So yes, I'm losing the Berserk boost. It's fine. We kind of have to. Or else we KO our entire team with Surf, which Delugar could be the only one to survive, and that could be funny, but I do think this is probably a smarter idea. Thunderbolt doesn't affect Fenrod. That worked out great, actually. We are going to Shadow Punch and Fire Fang. I don't remember this thing's type, so I'm just doing those. It resists fire. Were you part fire? Shadow Punch is neutral, though. Thunderbolt hurts. I think it was sound, but not. I don't remember. Can I extreme speed it, or is it ghost? I can extreme speed it, and that takes it out. Okay, nice. I'm glad we didn't Surf more of our team. I am. And this has one of those really long sounds that plays, so it takes a while to die. Guess you are the one. Get the job done. Even a rhyme at the end. I respect it. There's no more rhymes. No, wait. For these trying times. Wait, but you said there was no more rhymes. This is our last fight. They really ran out of rhymes. Huh, okay then. Let's go then. We don't have time to sit around and wait for these losers to think of more rhymes. Come on. Give me one more. No, don't disappear. I was gonna click on them to see if they had one more in them. They're really gone? Okay, we need to go heal. Okay, it is kind of funny that we actually, like, took out half of our team just by surfing with Delugar. But what I was going to say before we got distracted, ignore that on the right. What I was going to say before we got distracted by those really cool megas is Pal World, for anyone that has heard about it, got a official release date. It is going to be releasing on January 19th. And my plan was going to be to finish up Pokemon Myth and then jump into a 3DS randomizer of a game. It's now going to be Pal World, because I didn't expect it to be so soon. I thought it was going to be like late February or something, because they delayed it for a while. That is not the case. So Pal World, January, probably not on the 19th, because that's the day that will come out. I'll probably play it that day, but the recording won't come out for a day or two after. But I'm going to be playing Pal World. For anyone that doesn't know what it is Pokemon with guns. Big guns. And I am excited. I've been looking forward to it for like a year now. I've gone through horrible changes and great growth. Gained what I thought was the strength to beat you, and yet I could only get in a few hits. Why? Why is someone as horrible as you? Wait, I thought this is Marcus speaking, isn't it? Why? Why is someone as horrible as you so unbearably strong? Congratulations, little Weedle. This is the guy that I wanted to give the voice to. You managed to become a Beedrill, but a bug is still a bug. There will never be a Weedle that evolves into a Garchomp unless you're doing a randomizer where you turn that option on, and that gets very fun. But unless you're doing that, no. No matter how hard it tries, you can only hope to be a Beedrill at best. Mega Beedrill? I'm sorry, I'm just pointing out flaws. Maybe one day you can aspire to be the mightiest of Beedrill. You should be proud of that. Very few Beedrill managed to catch my attention. Let alone earn my praise. But you know your place. Even the mightiest of bugs cower before the might of dragons. The fear you once had of me is what gave you enough strength to get this far. Discarding it now is a fool's errand. Remember your fear, and maybe you can aspire to be the greatest Beedrill to ever flutter its little wings. But try to get under my foot again, and I'll not take pity on you. I'll squash you. Pity? Are you saying that even now? You honestly believe I'd take a bug seriously? Does the bird contemplate if its meal is a threat? No. So why should a dragon, That's not... Oh, Carlos. Ah, it seems destiny has finally brought me what I truly desire. Oh, destiny brought us together? Oh, my heart. Oh. A catalyst... Oh, don't call me a catalyst immediately after I say that. That makes me feel worse. Has finally burst forth and reached its potential. Such a shame that it's under these conditions, no? We indeed are the immovable object and the unstoppable force. That might not be fully accurate for us. This is indeed our myth. Our myth, you say? To tell, after all. I'm sure you've felt it, haven't you, child? Other trainers feel like clay in your hands. Okay, a little bit, yeah. Nothing but children daring to challenge the might of a giant. Okay, I thought that a little bit, yeah. They think with their paltry skills in Pokemon, they could come and face you, but you already know the battle is won before it's begun, don't you? Unless I surf half my team to death, yeah. The biggest threat is myself. We are kindred spirits, you and I. I've been the same way since I was 13. This day, the only injuries and losses I've ever received were from my own Pokemon. Uh-oh. That's literally what I just said. Uh-oh. Including this eye right here. Did he get surfed by a Delugar? It'd be impressive to only lose an eye to a surf from a Delugar. That'd be a very weird situation that would have happened, but... Have you ever stepped between the might of two rampaging dragons to show your Pokemon your admiration and love for it? I have. I'd give up my eye every single time for the love of my one true friend in this world. That's kind of romantic. My most loyal and powerful companion, my very first Pokemon, who sits in this very Master Ball here. Oh, don't worry. Unlike so many challenges before you who have never been powerful enough to meet them, I know you will be. I can feel them stirring, just waiting to meet. In this life of ours, only 3 women and 2 men have met them, including you. Yes, you are no child on this stage. There is, however, one child in the room that will enjoy the show. I do hope you're prepared to bear witness. Roderick? The history unfolding before your eyes, Beedrill. I'm not watching. You're dangerous. Come on, Carlos. We can take him together. A Beedrill trying to flutter among Garchomps? Even after the thrashing I gave you before? You still don't know your place in this story. Actually, I'm with him on this, Marcus. Can I just battle him myself? You could have seen destiny written before your eyes. This is the real difference between the truly powerful and the weak. I bet I could stand here and offer this child a handicap, such as letting them get a few minutes of me not fighting back or giving them 3 powerful legendary Pokemon to guarantee they would have a greater chance of victory, because I'm too evil to justify not doing so, and they would jump at the chance. Am I right? I mean, you wouldn't. It's a trick, right? Why would you? There it is. The difference. The mere consideration of the power they lack. You, however, wouldn't even contemplate it. You know your power and decline purely out of your own strength and belief in it. Isn't that right?
Ooh, that's me. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, I got a word in. Let's go. This is why I don't even bother to recall your name, Beedrill. You're in our way. Marshadow. Oh, you have a Marshadow? Nice. Spectral Thief. Hey, wait, let me go. Carlos, help! Nah, I'm good. Okay, bye. Now, let's renegotiate the terms. Our myth, the thing again, doesn't need 2 gods looking over it. Defeat me, and I will acknowledge your power. Team Astra will leave this region, and your friend will be safely returned. I've been waiting so long for an opponent who I don't have to hold back on. You want to know why I place so much trust in my friend here? In this world, there are these so-called gods of Pokemon. Deoxys? Deoxys is not what I would call a god of Pokemon. Mew. Yeah, I'd agree with Mew. Mewtwo. I'd agree with Mewtwo to an extent. I don't know if I'd agree with Mewtwo either. Kind of, because it's kind of like Mew. Eternatus. Sure, I'll go with Eternatus. Arceus, obviously. Yep. I'd even argue Palkia and Dialga. What gods of Pokemon just watch and do nothing with their power? False ones. False idols. My friend here, however, is no such false idol. Such a perfect wind is blowing. The wind of destiny is at our backs. Time to see if the winds call us home to bring an end to our journey. Carlos, I hope you can finally break this curse of strength. I hope that you're the one who's worthy. Don't prove me wrong. I'm slightly... Oh my god, this background. Oh, okay. Alright. Mimikyu. Well, as far as matchups go, this is decent. We'll just Iron Head. Drain Punch, that's unfortunate. We don't take that super well, sadly. Iron Head is going to break the disguise, and that's it. And now we are in a situation where Drain Punch would KO us, so ideally we swap. We could go into Ubu and Intimidate. Not ideal. We don't really have a fighting resist. The only resist we would have, like, we could go into Fenrir. We would immune the Drain Punch, obviously. And then we could go for a Shadow Punch in return and hope that we can take it out. We'd probably take Shadow Sneak damage, but I think that's fine. It feels like a better play than letting Titanium go down for a fresh swap in and then getting Shadow Snuck anyway. I'm just worried that they're going to Shadow Claw on this turn or something like that. Or Swords Dance. That would also be scary. But I think this is our best play. Everything he said, by the way, kind of right. I'm now actually thinking, hey, am I in trouble in this fight? You know, he went on that dialogue speech for a while, which did worry me because it made me realize that they may have made this very powerful. I'm gonna Shadow Punch. No Shadow Sneak. We don't KO with Shadow Punch. Wood Hammer. Ouchie. We live, but Mimikyu did get 2 of our Pokemon pretty low. We do live. Serpent Sink. Water Dragon. We know this. We've used one. We could bring in Delugar, which would be neutral. And we could Shrapnel Sphere. That's one option. Virizion would also be mostly neutral unless it's running like Ice Fang or something like that, and then we can Leaf Blade for neutral damage. Or we could set up a Swords Dance if we're feeling very risky. I don't think bringing in Myra is a good idea. I'm torn between Delugar and Virizion. I would love to set up a Swords Dance with Virizion. I just don't know if it's gonna be... I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a physical attacker, and our physical defense isn't great. I think I'm going into Delugar. Delugar's physical defense was actually really decent. We are a negative defense nature, but there's been several times when I hit, like, Soak Cuff and stuff, and I did very little damage. So I think Delugar might just be deceptively tanky. Serpent Sink comes out, that's fine. We are Choice Specs. I was about to click Stealth Rock there, thinking, hey, we can set up rocks for things like the Rayquaza that I assume he has, but I'm just going to Shrapnel Sphere. We outspeed, good. We do half, good. Special defense force, that's okay. I would like to get taken below half, but not dead. That's technically what happened, I guess. We outsped, we Shrapnel Sphere. That is what happened. I won't deny it. Dragapult. Do we outspeed a Dragapult? Probably not, right? I really doubt that. I really doubt we're gonna be outspeeding a Dragapult. We could go into Ubu, Mega Evolve, get the Intimidate. It's possibly special, possibly physical. It could be Dragon Darts. It could also be running stuff like Thunderbolt and Shadow Ball. If we go into Ubu and Mega Evolve, we have Crunch. And we Intimidate it if it's running a physical set, like Phantom Force Dragon Darts. Or we can stay in and hope that we outspeed because we have 170 speed, and that is... I mean, it's decent. It is decent. I don't know how much I care about a 5 HP Delugar. It hits hard. It does hit hard. Also Choice Specs, so that's kind of like 300 special attack. That's a lot. We could maybe bring in something like Titanium later and just use Titanium's HP to heal Delugar if we need to for type matchup. Yeah, let's not let anything go down just yet. We lose the Berserk boost, sure, but Ubu should be able to fight a Dragapult just fine. I hope. Clear body. Okay, well, there goes that first half of the plan, but still, we Mega Evolve, we Crunch. They shouldn't expect the Mega Evolution, so there shouldn't be a Thunderbolt coming on this first turn. There could on the second turn. I also don't know who outspeeds out of Mega Arcanine and Dragapult. Dragapult is very fast. Like 142 base speed. Dragapult does go first. It does Dragon Darts. It only hit once. Well, that does make it a lot easier. At the end of the day, that would have been very close if it hit both times, but I think we would have survived. Possibly. We were still in green, so... Possibly. Rayquaza. I wish I had Quiver Dances up on my Frostmoth. I really do. I really, really, really do. The plan might be to let Ubu go to fully heal Delugar to try and hit it with Shrapnel Sphere. That might be the plan. Is Ubu the Pokemon that I want to sacrifice for this? Or do we let Fenrir go? Because Ubu does have extreme speed, which could still be useful. Yeah, I'm gonna let Fenrir go, actually, which feels weird, considering it is the big, strong, shiny legendary, but I think we're gonna let Fenrir go, and in exchange, we're going to use this turn to heal up Delugar back to full. We do have max revives as well if it comes to it. We were given a ton of those. I would like to not use them, preferably. I'm actually terrified of this thing setting up a Dragon Dance on me. Fervent Wish has reached the Rayquaza. It is Mega Rayquaza. I half expected it, and I was half hoping it was anything but Mega Rayquaza because that thing is a monster. This is going to be tough. Please, no Dragon Dance. Outrage. Honestly, one of the better situations that could have happened. I'm okay with it going for Outrage. We saw an Outrage from Serpensink, took us down to 5 HP. An Outrage from a Mega Rayquaza will absolutely kill Delugar. It will. There is no doubt in my mind that it kills Delugar. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Titanion, and I'm going to heal through the Outrage, because I think Titanion should be able to live it. When at full HP, anyway. Not from this HP. But we should be able to live it. If it gets to a point where it's confused itself, maybe we can get a Toxic off. I wish that did, like, 10 less damage. I really do. If that did 10 less damage, we would be so fine. But it didn't. Another one that did even more damage, unfortunately. Okay. It is confused. We can either heal this turn and hope that it goes for Outrage again and then locks itself in, and then we can get a turn off where we can Toxic it, or we can go for a Toxic right now because there's a chance it has Earthquake. And if it has Earthquake, it's one-shotting Titanium regardless. So we're probably just relying on a Confusion. I don't like relying on Confusion, but that's kind of where we're at. We need it to hit itself in Confusion. So I'm assuming it has Earthquake. Outrage. I messed up. I messed up, huh? Okay. Okay. I mean, Frostmoth's not living an Outrage, and it's not outspeeding. Is it outspeeding after Equivadance? Probably not, right? I don't think it does. I don't think it outspeeds after Equivadance either, so I think our best bet is coming in, going for Ice Beam, and hoping it hits itself in Confusion. It'll only be 2 times super effective, remember, because of Delta Stream, but we gotta get damage on it somehow. Hit yourself. Uh-oh. Rutrow. Rutrow. Okay. I wish I had Ubu un-Mega Evolved right now so that I could go ahead and actually intimidate it. I do. The fact that we can't intimidate it is actually horrible. I think we have to max revive Titanium. I think Titanium's the only thing that can live an Outrage. If we get a fresh swap into Titanium, on the turn, of course, where it finally hits itself, if we get a fresh swap into Titanium at any point, then we are fine to set up a Toxic. As it hits itself twice, okay. I could have just clicked Shrapnel Sphere twice and we would have been fine, but here we are. At this point, it is extreme speedable. Snaps out of Confusion, Outrage, yep. There's no way. There's no way that Delugar lives in Outrage. There's no way. About Descending Gengar. There's no way. Oh, why do you have a funky sprite? Ooh. To outspeed. Oh my god. What is up with Delugar being the best Pokemon in this game? Make Delugar a legendary right now. Make Delugar the legendary. Go on. Make Delugar the legendary. Oh. I mean, it still put it into extreme speed range. That's fine. I actually didn't need to use my max revive, which is kind of funny. But seriously, make Delugar the legendary of this game. I've decided. I've decided it needs to be done. Delugar is actually the legendary. No one else. Not Mega Arcanine. Mega Arcanine's the prettiest, sure. Actually, Miss Magius. Mega Arcanine's the second prettiest. Delucar is insane. I can't believe it lived. It's crazy. Destiny has spoken. Two dragons clash, one remains. Your friend is safe. You can find him in the lower floors. Here's the key. Received a cell key. Looks like it's time to go whole. Looks like it is time to go home, old friend. Don't mix those two words together. If you happen to find yourself in the Serene region, come find me. Now that I know there is a reason to get stronger, well, let's just say you shouldn't be complacent, friend. Until then. Okay, everyone's still pretty low. I think that is a decent stopping point for right now. I would love to go down there, but I'm worried that there's going to be more stuff thrown at me, as this game does, in fact, love to just throw in more battles one after each other. So we're going to wrap things up there. That was kind of crazy. Delugar is the legendary of this game. I will hear nothing else about it. And we might do a couple of extra Myth episodes here or there before the 19th, because I do want to play Pal World when it comes out. So Myth might be put as the highest priority for a couple days, kind of like what we did when we wrapped up Infinite Fusion at the end, just boosting it maybe a couple days in a row, like 2 in a row or something. We will see. If you guys have enjoyed this episode though, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,